Hello people, this is Smiley Knight again, my second commentary video. I have some exciting news for you guys. I was able to get my somewhat janky capture card to work with my Japanese Xbox 360. Yeah. If you're interested to know how I got it, it was not easy. These are actually pretty expensive. I got it off of eBay for a fairly decent price. I think it was about 160. And of course, it just came in pristine condition. If you've ever ordered anything from Japan, regardless of kind of what it is, at least in my experience, it's just incredibly taken care of, and I just find that so admirable. I think it's part of the Japanese culture, but um, yeah, I mean, this thing was in excellent condition. The game was good, and the kind seller that I bought it from happened to just throw in 4 extra games. For the American titles, I won't butcher the names because they're not the same, but I got like Resident Evil 5. I got Eternal Sonata, which is I bet I never played that game, and I bet it's so fire. But I mean I'm not gonna play it on this. I can barely read English, much less Japanese or speak it. So, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys this real quick though, because I started a campaign with Jiang Wei, but the way this game is structured, for those of you who don't know, it's pretty much just like a complete edition of Dynasty Warriors 5. Like, if I was to compare it to anything, the most resemblant game that Koei has brought out close to it would be Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition, which, from what I understand, was only on the PS4, PS5, and Switch. Thankfully, I have a Switch, um, and it runs well. It runs so good. So this is like the closest comparison. You get a lot of different costumes. You get a lot of um, characters right out of the gate. I mean, I only have Daikwa currently on story mode, but the reason I wanted to show you guys this, I would do Musou normally, but it seems like commentary does pretty good in free mode. But oh goodness, now I'm not going to be able to find the mission. This was a bad idea. Okay, I literally had to pause the video. Google Translate, hey, 21st century. Incredible. Can't believe I have to play this masterpiece of a game in another language, but it's so worth it. Incredibly worth it. I was able to find what mission I was trying to do. It's Tianshui. The Battle of Tianshui. If you don't know what the Battle of Tianshui is, it was a battle against Wei and Shu forces. However, it was when Jiang Wei was actually a part of the Wei forces. And so you guys are tuning in to see this awesome costume, first of all. But we're going to play as Jiang Wei. And I think this map is so cool, and this game is just so cool. I wanted to be able to show you guys a little bit. Like I said, I do have a Musou mode currently going with Jiang Wei, so that would explain why I kind of have a little bit of stuff already. I went with the basics. If you guys don't know me, Peacock Urn and Musou, right? They're on the screen for a reason. Make it count. Bodyguard, I thought this system was kind of cool, truthfully. I like the double spears. Just one guy, you know, and you can just tell him to chill if he's like taking all your KOs or whatever, especially when it comes to officers. But yeah, I'm a big lore and history guy when it comes to Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Sadly, I don't really follow much of the actual history behind a lot of these events, but I do enjoy Romance of the Three Kingdoms and kind of the fantasy aspect of it. I know historically these characters aren't really portrayed correctly, but anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and kind of talk to you guys about this game, because like I mentioned, the closest thing that I have seen to it is Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition. But since we're doing another Join Me, you guys have been good luck when it comes to free mode. Hopefully that stays the case here, but this is going to be pretty cool, especially considering we're playing as Jiang Wei, who is a Shu officer, but this particular battle happens to be prior to his flip, if you will. He just couldn't do the forces of Wei anymore. Um, Pretty interesting considering, I don't know, if just kind of looking back, it seemed like Wei had a little bit more momentum than Shu. Seems like Shu was either running or taking their kin's land, which I don't know. I didn't even really understand the process of that until I got older. I was just playing the games mindlessly, of course. PS2, button smashing, like you guys heard on my last commentary video. Thankfully, I'm playing on a Xbox 360 now, and this particular controller is a little bit more seasoned than my Xbox Series X that I play on my PC, so hopefully I'll save you guys some click clack, but we'll see. So, but yeah, like I said, what I know of that situation that I just mentioned earlier with Jiang Wei, when it comes to Dynasty Warriors, and when it comes to the history and lore of it, for those of you who don't know or don't know Dynasty Warriors, it's just based in ancient China. A lot of this premise is going to be the setting for Wolong as we get closer to that, which is also I'm pretty stoked for. I've never even played a Neo game, so I don't know what to expect. I just know I love the Three Kingdoms, and I love a lot of the games that Koei puts out. And I briefly mentioned in the last video how they kind of are trying to find a little bit more of a hybrid identity, maybe, with the Wild Hearts and Wolong and what that's going to entail for them as a franchise. But, oh, this should be interesting. The two spearsmen of Shu. But, yeah, Ancient China. So this is a Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's technically fiction. That's why a lot of my takes are predominantly fiction. A lot of my videos, I throw in random characters that I've either come across in another game, maybe know a little bit of history about, like Hyun Ho, the original Dynasty Warriors type of video game that I started off with. Just a character that was in literally the Battle of Bo Wan Po. It's just an iconic Dynasty Warriors 4 map to me, and it's just an epic battle. And the fact that you're able to go back and play it in Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition, which is just crazy. I mean, that game, yeah, when people say that's goated or that's probably the best Dynasty Warriors game, it's hard to argue. But so yeah, Dynasty Warriors 5 Special, or in its native land, Shin Sangoku Musou Force Special, which is what we're playing today. So it's just nostalgic, man. Being able to play this game in these updated graphics for the time. Granted, I mean, this game, from what I understand, this game probably came out in 2008, 2007, something like that. But yeah, getting to play Wayside with Jiang Wei was cool because in Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition, Extreme Legends, of course, that's, I mean, what's going to come next, Koei? Definitive Edition, Complete Edition. I mean, we gotta make these names a little bit shorter. But anyway, I find Dynasty Warriors 5 and 8 a lot similar in the fact that I didn't really understand the flop or the flip of Jiang Wei going to the Shu side for the longest time. I didn't even know he was a part of Wei. I need to go back and revisit Dynasty Warriors 3 because I know Jiang Wei has a story in his mission, but I don't know if that's the same battle and he's on the Shu side. He's definitely not on the Wei side. So yeah, I just think that's kind of cool because Dynasty Warriors 8 is pretty much the reason how I knew how it all went down. Is in the Complete Edition. I hate to interrupt myself, but I think that's funny. We kind of just like smacked each other. Of course, I don't even know who this officer is. I'm gonna have to get Google Translate out. I think I remember a little bit about what goes on from the Musou mode, but yeah, it's hard. It's hard in foreign languages, man. I love the voice acting now. The voice acting almost makes it worth it as well. But I'm pretty sure it's close to the last part of the Northern Campaign when Jiang Wei switches sides. Okay. He says, "Is that really you?" Google Translate. Would I betray you? You wouldn't betray me? You can't always rely on Google Translate, let's be honest. Definitely didn't help me in Spanish class. It's probably just the general idea of the context. I definitely wouldn't take it for granted when it comes to actually trying to be eloquent in what you're saying. Eloquent. But yeah, like I said, Dynasty Warriors 8 I thought does really good in diving into the story, and that's what I was kind of excited about for this. But like I said, it's kind of hard when you don't really know what's going on. Oh gosh. I think I'm tripping. I think I'm leaving my so-called Wei forces out to dry here. But I know there's a lot of fans out there that really like Dynasty Warriors 5, who would also probably say is the best in the series. And honestly, I'm not going to disagree with either of those when it comes to Dynasty Warriors 8 and 5. If you guys watched my last video, you guys know that I prefer Dynasty Warriors 3. The reason I roast my videos is I just don't want to like repeat myself when it comes to things that I bring up in the past. But you know, that's just my personal preference. I'm always going to be open to opinions, you know, that maybe even sway me to play a particular game more. Like just honestly, joining the Dynasty Warriors Forever group on Facebook was really a big turning point for me when it came to Dynasty Warriors 6. You know, because I know that game gets a lot of flack, but you just gotta try it. Like I said, the PS2 version is just a lot better. It was made better, it had more content than the PS3 version. Yeah, for those of you who don't know that, the graphics are obviously amazing in the PS3 and Xbox 360, but I think this is pretty cool. Me and Jiang Wei, getting a 1D, but of course the Wei versus the Shu. But yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna argue that Dynasty Warriors 5 or 8 is probably, you know, in a lot of people's eyes the best. They both just had solid titles. I mean, even the Empires titles were very solid. I really like Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, and honestly, it might even be better than Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. I mean, the only thing that Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires kind of had going for it, in my opinion, was the character creation. I mean, that was bananas. I mean, granted, kind of is unfortunate that Koei's like the only company that has DLC that's just out the wazoo when it comes to pricing. Never goes on sale, ever. Definitely make us work for that. That's right, Koei. Dadgummit, I probably shouldn't use that. I've been playing too much Dynasty Warriors 4 Hydra. I thought that was going to be a good taunting mechanism. No, I'm just gonna one-hit everyone. I've been playing too much Dynasty Warriors 2 as well, obviously, because this is just too easy. Then again, I'm afraid I kind of have Jiang Wei leveled up enough for this to not be a challenging mission. I would not be surprised if that's probably why it is the way it is. But then again, I'm getting to show you guys some pretty solid content, because I had a really hard time trying to find this game originally. But it was not bad on price, of course, for the actual game. It was just obviously trying to find a foreign console can have its difficulties. But yeah, like I said, it was really hard to find video evidence or any kind of content on this particular game, just because it's just not common. And I don't know if you guys recorded gameplay back when the 360 was popping, but I definitely did not. I know YouTube probably wasn't even really predominantly focused on gaming at that point. But yeah, peeps, we're kind of like definitely approaching 15 years of the last gen consoles, which would be like the Xbox 360, PS3. I don't know, do you throw the Nintendo Wii in there as well? RIP Samurai Warriors 3. Wow. Such a great game to be wasted on the Wii. Never even played it. If you want to know what any of that is like, I actually highly recommend checking out Chris Guildhard's channel. He has a pretty good in-depth video about Samurai Warriors 3, and he expresses the discontents that a lot of us fans, loyal fans, probably had with that situation. Because, of course, the only other release of Samurai Warriors 3, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 3Z, Samurai Warriors 3Z maybe? I do have that as well on PS3. If you guys are interested, I can show you some content. It's incredible. These games are incredible. It's just, it's maddening that they're not in your language. It just blows my mind. Literally, like I said, the voice acting is really good. I think they can keep the voice acting. It's just the text. I don't know how difficult that is. I personally, from some of the work that I do as a tester in software, is translations. I mean, it's part of business. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if it's just exclusiveness maybe, because Koei is from Japan, but sometimes I feel a little left out here in the West, especially when you play these titles. And there's 3 iconic ones too. Granted, they're not on the same system. I mean, but the trinity for Japan is obviously Warriors Orochi Z, which for those of you who don't know is literally Warriors Orochi 1, the complete game, Warriors Orochi 2, the complete game with all costumes, Dynasty Warriors 6 costumes. Yes, like I said in the previous video, Dynasty Warriors 6 costumes, regardless of what you say about it, those costumes were poppin'. I mean, they were really nice, in my opinion. I thought they really took their time and displayed some really good qualities. Obviously, you know, they didn't have any type of alternates, which I'm a big guy on costumes, so I feel like, you know, just a little love, even if it's a palette swap, which Koei's more than known to do, right? So, it doesn't surprise me that that's something that they would have done, but yeah, so it's literally Warriors Orochi 1, Warriors Orochi 2, all costumes, all stages, and it's just solid and updated graphics for both games. And the only knock on it, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to tell my bodyguard to chill, good lord. But the only knock, honestly, is that you can't really play the content of Warriors Orochi 2 until you complete Warriors Orochi 1 or beat all stages, which is Samurai Shu, Wu Wei. I mean, it's whatever, but yeah, it's incredible. I have a couple videos of that as well on my channel. If you guys are interested, check that out on PS3. And then the next is going to be, of course, Samurai Warriors 3, considering it only released on Wii, Wii and PS3, but PS3 Japan. So, okay, Koei, about to get crunched right here. I'm going to tell you guys what this was about. Also, seems my first hunch was right. Jiang Wei perplexed. Too bad. If you weren't bound to this land. Missed that last part. It almost makes me wonder if Zhuge Liang mentions if Jiang Wei, because I noticed in Dynasty Warriors 8, and I think through a lot of the other Dynasty Warriors games, he kind of brings Jiang Wei under his wing, and honestly, that's a lot of the reason, now that I'm thinking about it, why Jiang Wei joined Shu was because of Zhuge Liang. Are you kidding me? I mean, Zhuge Liang was the only reason Shu was kind of a thing. He's an incredible strategist, but that's what I kind of wanted to finish up with was, you know, Samurai Warriors 3 Z. Incredible game, great game, incredible graphics, like I said. If you guys like Samurai Warriors 1, Samurai 2, I mean, this is just the tipping, the icing on the cake for Samurai Warriors games. And then last, but of course certainly not least, is this gym. I mean, literally, we didn't even get it in my native country. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I think this would have sold so many copies, and I honestly think it really would have brought a lot more exposure to the Dynasty Warriors series. I mean, those 3 titles, can you imagine those in English? Maybe in the future, they'll probably just drop it randomly on Steam like they did Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate Definitive Edition. These titles kill me. Yeah, so the 3 Trinity, like I said, just wanted to briefly talk about those games, get a chance to show you guys this gameplay, and kind of just give you a little bit more information about Dynasty Warriors, you know, kind of what my channel is, and just know that this Join Me is always a, you know, open discussion. If you guys ever want to comment anything or just kind of have a conversation about whatever, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but I enjoy connecting with people, learning more about people, especially ones that are so inclined to a great game, in my opinion. So if you like this video, I'm just literally trying to figure out Google Translate here. You never know, don't want to lose progress. I mean, the amount of times I've done that on a Japanese game is incredible. But again, I definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. I hope you liked it. Another Join Me commentary part 2. I have been blowing off some steam. I've been trying Hula Gate with Ganni, but it is not going too well. So 3rd time's a charm for the commentary video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys get a chance to see me sweat bullets trying to beat Hula Gate, literally the 2nd mission of Dynasty Warriors 2. But thank you guys for checking out the game. Hope you guys subscribe and like and comment with any feedback that you have. Till then, enjoy this brief gameplay clip or movie clip of what it'll be, and I'll see you guys in the next video.